My name is Veronique Hadade. I work in business development for McDonald Detweiler & Associates, and I work in the ground systems division, so dealing with ground stations for optical and radar satellites. I have a master's degree in mechanical engineering from a university in Paris, and after that I went on to get a master's of management with the Sauder School of Business at UBC. If a student is trying to decide between an academic career or an industry career, the key thing would be to talk to people who are in both of those sectors. So get in touch with your professors or other professors that are in fields that you would be interested in doing research in. And on the other hand, get in touch with people who are in the industry that you would be interested in working in, and really try to understand not just what you think that job is, but really what it entails on a daily basis. So get an idea of what they do on a typical day, if there is such a thing as a typical day. Understand what their yearly goals are, what their career aspirations are, and how they think they're going to reach them. And then try to understand if those daily goals, daily objectives, yearly objectives align with what you see yourself doing, or if there are big discrepancies, if maybe some of the things really attract you and other things you're really not interested in. And then from there really get an idea of what you think would be best suited for yourself. I think one of the things you need to look at is you're coming out of a graduate degree, which means that you probably have a very specific specialization in a certain area of research. But that area of research probably has some great real-world applications. So try to understand what those applications are and how they're being used currently, or how they might be used in 5 years in different areas of the industry. And also understand that coming out with a graduate degree doesn't just mean that you're specialized in a field. It also means that you were able to focus on a specific topic for whatever amount of time it took you to get either your master's degree or your PhD. And that's really important to an employer, that you have that concentration level that allowed you, and that determination that allowed you to get to that level of education. I think when you're looking at skills that you want to highlight, it's really a mix between your academic skills and also your life skills. So it's going to be a combination of everything that you've achieved in your graduate degree, whether it's learning how to use a specific program that might be very applicable to a certain industry or certain lab techniques or whichever you've been using in your degree. But it goes beyond that. It goes to what do you do on a day-to-day basis other than schoolwork. What were your summer jobs? What did you learn in those jobs? And everything that goes along with that. So maybe in a summer job you learned how to manage groups of people, or you worked with a specific group of individuals, and that might be very applicable to a job, maybe not at the first degree, but if you take it a step further, all those skills are transferable, and that's something that you really want to highlight, because if you walk into a job interview or on your resume, you say, I have a graduate degree in such and such an area, the employer knows that you are going to be good at that and that you are qualified from that standpoint. But it's really important to highlight the other things that you're good at and the other things that you've learned how to do. I think there are a lot of different places you want to look. A good place to start is your professors, who either have connections to other professors in different areas of research that you're interested in. They might also have really good industry connections, and that might be a good place to start. Your friends might have good connections, whether they're working in an industry you're interested in or just through friends of friends can be fantastic connections without you even realizing it at first. The Career Center might be a great place to start. The people there tend to have amazing connections in widely different industries or areas. And finally, professional associations are a great place to look. So for engineers, for example, the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists, it's called APEG BC, might be a great place for you to start. Their seminars are usually great sources of not only information but also connections. So I think if you if you look at all those different avenues, so your professors, your friends, career services, and professional associations, that's a really good place to start. And then you'll meet people there who will introduce you to more people, who will introduce you to more people, and you'll end up with a huge network. So yeah, really think outside the box. What's my degree in? What do I love to do? What am I good at? And try to combine those three and talk with as many people as you can. Tell them what you're good at, tell them what you love, and try to get feedback from them on maybe they've heard of a job that you don't even know exists. And from there you might end up in a situation that you hadn't even dreamt of.